పంపించండి. ఒకసారి మ్యాప్ 2 ఉన్న వాళ్ళు చేతులెత్తండి. మ్యాప్ 2 బాయ్స్, just raise your hands. I want to know how many people are attended. Very important. ఓకే. సో ఇంకా కొంతమంది దుర్గా ప్రకాష్, రామ్ లోకేష్, దీక్షిత్. సో మీ అడ్మిన్ క్యాన్సిల్ చేస్తున్నాను నేను. ఓకే, నెక్స్ట్ మ్యాప్ 1 చేతులు ఎత్తండి ఒకసారి. రైజ్ యువర్ హ్యాండ్స్ వన్స్, మ్యాప్ 1. ఓకే, okay, down your hands. So now just we'll go through this chapter. Okay, so last time resources చెప్పుకున్నాం అది. So we'll continue that chapter, soils. Okay, yes, so this is the first chapter. Listen carefully. So first chapter is resources and development. So we have already discussed this one. So resources, nothing but, so whatever the needy things are there for the survival of human beings, so those things are considered as the resources. Okay, so here the resources are very scarce. That means very less quantity is there. So we must preserve them, and we must protect them, and we must conserve them. So that is the main aim of this chapter. So here the resources are classified. So we have already discussed this one. So once again, no need to discuss this one. Suppose if you have any doubt, means you can see that videos. Okay, that is the classification of resources. So on the basis of ownership, individual resources. So we have seen this one. So next, we have seen all this one. So just okay, so we have seen all these things, resources planning, and next planning. Okay, so we have seen this land resource. So how much quantity of land is there? So nearly 27% is the plateaus, 43% is the plains. Next 30% of Indian land is covered with mountains. So we have seen these quantities. Next, this is the general use of land, that is based on categories. So this is from 1960 to 61, and this is from 2014 to 15. So we have seen these pie diagrams. So how much forest land is there, how much barren land and cultivated wasteland area and non-agricultural land. So we have seen, if you compare this one, means what is there, so we can understand that how much area is declined in the forest, and also even agricultural land also decreased. Okay, because of this second, actually we have 3 sectors are there: primary sector, secondary sector, and tertiary sector, or it is also called as the service sector. So day by day, what is happening means, all the peoples are going for service sector. Primary sector, nothing but agriculture. Secondary sector, nothing but all the industries, companies, factories. Service sector or territory sector is nothing but all the service activities. So service activities mainly, most of them are going for service activities. And second important is the secondary sector. But day by day, primary sector is going to be decreased. Suppose if you want to this data means, so while this budget is allotting by these governments, they will tell about these sectors. Okay. So next to see here. So next one is soil as a resource. So soil is also considered as one of the resource. Okay. Why? Because day by day soil also degrading nothing but it is also going to be depletion. So there are various types of depletions are there. Example, we can see that erosion mainly. You can call this as erosion. Okay. So erosion nothing but what? So moving of soil. So moving of soil from one place to another place. That is called as soil erosion. Okay, soil erosion. So day by day, due to the soil erosion is one of the main factor for degradation of soil. So how this factor is occurring, how this soil erosion is occurring means, so there are mainly two types of activities are there. One is by artificial, one is by natural, next one is artificial, that means man-made. How this naturally is occurring means, so due to the flowing of river, so whenever the rivers are flowing, the soil is degraded, the soil is moved from one place to another place, and that is called as natural occurring. But sometimes here man-made things also is there. What is the man-made things? How this soil was erosion due to man means, so whenever the man was man interested, that means intended to build any factory, then what will happen? He was going to clear the forest. Then what will happen? So the forest land, actually forest is a good source for protecting of soil. So the soil will not be moved from one place to another place if there is lot of soil is there means. So whenever there is no soil, there is no trees or no plants or no grass is there means, so we can see that moving of soil, that is through the wind or through the water or through the air, like that. But if there is more forest is there means, the soil erosion will be very less. So but here what will happen? So the company want to clear some of the forest. Then what will happen? So entire forest will be removed. Then what will happen? So soil is moving from one place to another place. So in this way, this is the man-made reason. Okay. So here, so to control this one, so we made this soil is also one of the resource. So if you make as a resource means, we may think about the soil. Okay. So here, so we can see that soil. So top of the earth. So here some of the layers is there. So this is called as a profile. Soil profile is there just. So okay. So soil profile. See here, top soil, the upper layer, the upper soil layer. So this may be very loose surface. So if you see this earth, on the earth surface, mainly the crust. So we have mainly many times we have discussed in the lower classes, that is about the layers of the earth. So we have crust, mantle, core, outer core, inner core is there. So the crust surface is having the soil, and within this crust again we are dividing the soil into some layers. So this is called as top soil, and this soil is very loose. So this soil is mainly influenced by a lot of probability is there for influencing of this soil erosion. Okay. So next soil is subsoil, weathered rocks, sand and silt clay. So in the second layer here we can see that mainly the sand. Okay, sand and also some sort of this silt. So silt means what? So salt content. So salt content nothing but, so we can see some of the products or some of the rocks, like that, they are mainly consisting of this salt, but is in the form of the solid state, that is in the form of stones, like that. So that kind of will be seen in this layer, that is second layer. Next, substratum, weathered parent rock material. So in this layer, here mainly you can see that this kind of rock, that means, so this is one of the material which is given birth for this soil, like that we can consider. That means here the subsoil is came from this one, but how it was came like that means because of some of the reactions. Okay, some of the reactions means what? So mainly underground, here we can see that flowing of water, underground water will be there, not only this one. So sometimes that is flowing of water inside the ground. Okay, due to mainly flowing of the river inside the ground, not river, that is in the underground water mainly. So not only this one, so some of the examples, some mining. So due to this one, so this kind of material is moved towards the upside. Then, so that's why this kind of rock is called just a parent rock, weathered parent material. Okay, so such kind of rocks will be there. Next, the fourth one is unweathered parent bedrock. So unweathered parent bedrock, nothing but, so here, see here, these are not weathered. See, so what is the meaning for this one? Unweathered. Unweathered is nothing but, so wait. Okay. Yes. So unweathered parent bedrock. So what is the meaning for weathered? Weathered means nothing but just erosion. We can call this as erosion. Erosion nothing but just moving of soil due to some external influences like wind, water, and sometimes even the animals also. So these are the factors. Due to this one, the soil will be moved. So that is also called as weathered. Weathered means just moving. But here unweathered means these rocks are very tough. Okay, they won't be moved. So, but they are also the parent bedrocks. So from here only we can see that some of the soils are obtained to the top soil. So why we are calling this as parent bedrocks? Parent bedrock nothing but most of the topsoil, some of the stones will be there. Okay, some of the small stones will be there. So those are all soils may be obtained from these parent bedrocks. Okay, that's why it is called as the downside. But here we can see that there is no weathering. That means there is no erosion, but they are very tough. Okay, that means very tight will be there. So that kind of rocks is called as the weathered parent bedrocks. Okay, so next just we move forward. Next to see here, this is very important. Next topic is very important, that is classification of soil. Okay, yes, see here. So yes, so India has a varied relief features, as we have discussed many times that India is called as the multinational country with the multi landforms, multi climatic realms. So everything will be there. So due to that one, so India is having different soils. Okay, here the soils are there. That is, first one is alluvial soils. So different soils are there. So first one we'll discuss about the alluvial soils. Okay, so alluvial soils are very important. So where they are present, mainly suppose if you see in India, so if India is like this means, so here Indus River is flowing and the Pakistan region mainly. Next year Ganga River is flowing. Next year from the China it was entering into the sea, that is the Brahmaputra River. So these rivers, they are called as perennial rivers. That means throughout the year we can see the flowing of water. So in between these three rivers, we can see these alluvial soils. Okay, so here one photo is given. So this type of we can see this kind of soils, that is alluvial soils, and these soils also can be seen in some of the parts of South India, mainly where the rivers are there. So they are called as deltas. So river deltas can be expected this kind of soil, that is alluvial soils. So just near to these rivers, we can see this kind of river, soils. So here it is given here. That is here the Himalayan river systems, mainly the Indus, Ganga, next Brahmaputra. So in between these three rivers, we can see these alluvial soils. Next, the South India. If you come to the South India, so here also we can see this Mahanadi, river Mahanadi, Godavari, Krishna, and Kaveri. So here we can see this Godavari river, next Krishna, next Kaveri, and here Mahanadi river is there. So in between these rivers, we can expect these alluvial soils. Okay, why we are telling this as alluvial soils means, so alluvial soils are having more nutrients. Okay, more nutrients will be present. That means more nutrition, are more fertile. So due to this fertile, so we can grow any kind of crops we want. So whatever the crops we want, we can grow in this place because of this alluvial soils. Okay. So in the epic stories also is there. So what is that means? Mahabharatam times. The Mahabharatam times. So Kauravas and Pandavas were there. That is so that is Pandavas were there. Pandavas region is Panchala, and Hastinapura belongs to the Kauravas. Okay, Kuru Vamsham, or it is called as Kuru family. So they also fought for the sake of land purpose. What is the land means mainly here? That is the river alluvial soils, for the sake of alluvial soils. That is in between these rivers, between three rivers, we can see lot of alluvial soils. So for the sake of alluvial soils only, so some of the that means some people in the some that means in some stories they will tell like this: for the sake of soils also they have fought for the sake of these soils. Okay, సో ఇటువంటి భూముల కోసం కూడా వాళ్ళు ఫైటింగ్ చేస్తున్నారు అని చెప్తారు కొంతమంది. ఓకే, నెక్స్ట్ so just we move forward. So here where these alluvial soils can be seen means, so here also some of the places are there. So in some states they are having some of, suppose if you see this is India, example, think that this is a river, that is Uttar Pradesh is there. In Uttar Pradesh what is there means, example, in some places here, example from here to here, some of the lands will be there. That land group will be called as Duras, okay, or Duars. Next Kos and Terai, like that. So some of the regions are named with local names. So they are called as the soils. So కొన్ని చోట్ల ఉన్న సాయిల్స్ కి సపరేట్ గా నేమ్స్ ఉన్నాయన్నమాట. ఓకే, ఆ నేమ్స్ లోకల్ నేమ్స్ అంటారు. సో లోకల్ నేమ్స్ దే హావ్ కెప్ట్ ఫర్ దీస్ సాయిల్స్, దట్ ఈస్ డ్యూర్స్, కోర్స్ అండ్ టెరై, లైక్ దట్. Not only this one, so you can see here also, that is Bangar lands and Khadar lands. So some of the regions are there in the not only Uttar Pradesh, in other states also. So in Bihar and also some Himachal Pradesh, Punjab, Rajasthan. So different places have different names. Okay, so in this way the alluvial soils are present. Okay, next come to the other important soil, that is black soil. So see here, black soil, these soils are also black in color. So as we see that we can see this kind of example, that is soils, black color soil. So here okay, so black soil are famous for mainly the cotton. Sometimes these black soils are called as cotton soil, black cotton soils. So these black soils, what is the specialty of these black soils means they can store water. Okay, a lot of water can be stored in the form of moisture. Suppose once the rains are came means the water will be stored for lot of time. So that kind of soils is called as black soils, and they are also present in the black color. Okay, and mainly in which places we can expect these soils means. So here we can see that plateau regions, mainly this Maharashtra, next Saurashtra, Malwa, Madhya Pradesh, Chhattisgarh, and some sort of southeast directions along with Godavari and Krishna valleys. So in these places we can see the black soils. Okay, next here black soils also having, so mainly, but they are not having that much of nutrients when compared to alluvial soils. But after alluvial soil, the next important soil is black soil. So but black soils are having to some extent nutrients, but they are not high when compared to alluvial soils. Okay, even the China also recently they asked for Arunachal Pradesh. So what is the intention of China means? So we will give back this Akshay Chin place, but in return for them, we have to give the Arunachal Pradesh for them. Why means because Arunachal Pradesh is having the alluvial soils. Okay, so like that they asked, but for that the governments they are not agreeing for that. Okay, so China is thinking that Arunachal Pradesh is as one of the region in the Tibet. Okay, so that's why they are there is a claim was there. They are claiming this Arunachal Pradesh. Same like as how we are claiming that Akshay Chin was in our country, like that. The Chinese peoples also claiming that Arunachal Pradesh is present once upon a time in the Tibet. It's also called as Southern Tibet. Okay, that's why they are claiming. So, but here Arunachal Pradesh is having a lot of alluvial soils. So very fertile. But where this, if you see this Akshay Chin, so Akshay Chin doesn't have any soils. Just it is only just mountains, which is not at all useful for even the cultivation and agriculture like that. So like that demand was there. So here black soils were there. Black soils have the capacity to hold moisture. Okay, so they can hold moisture. Suppose when river is flowing means that due to this river flowing, that moisture will be stored in this place. And sometimes whenever some any small rains are coming means that rainwater will be stored in the form of moisture. So due to this moisture, we can grow a lot of crops, mainly cotton and sometimes wheat also. In the North Indians, they will grow this cotton and wheat. Okay, so cotton is famous. Even in our Andhra Pradesh also, these black soils are famous in the. Suppose if you take this eastern side of Kurnool, western side of Kurnool, western side. So actually, suppose if you see this Kurnool region like this, so if Kurnool is classified into three regions. One is Adoni division, next one is Kurnool division, next one is Nandyala division. So this Adoni division mainly. So in this region, we can see more number of black soils. In a lot of places, we can see these black soils. So that's why they are growing this cotton. Cotton is famous in these Adoni regions. Okay, because of these black soils. So because they are having the capacity to hold the moisture, but that is water moisture. Okay, so not only this one. In addition to this one, so here we can see some of the chemicals, that is calcium carbonate, magnesium. Okay, there is magnesium, potash. So these kind of chemicals can be seen that. That means they are very much useful for growing of crops. Okay, so next we'll move forward. So here this is a map pointing is there. So this was very important. Afterwards you can see that where these soils are there. So see here, forest is there, forest and mountains. Lot of forest can be seen in this place where there is a green. So where there is a lot of green is there. So such kind of that regions are having more forest and mountains. Next one is the alluvial soils. So here you can see this blue color. Okay, where there is a blue color is there. So these regions can be expected with alluvial soils. Okay, this is mainly Gujarat, Madhya Pradesh, next Maharashtra. Okay, some sort of this southern part of Maharashtra, and also mainly Madhya Pradesh. Okay, next red and yellow soil. So red, okay, red and yellow soil. So just we will discuss. So in these places we can see these red soils. Okay, here also we can see these red soils. Next black soil. Remember here alluvial soils is nothing but not this color. This is not blue. This is the green color, light green color is there. So these places we can expect the alluvial soils. Black soils are this one, blue color. Okay, here also you can see this eastern parts of India. Next laterite soils. So I will discuss this one, laterite soil, but they are present in the coastal regions. Okay, coastal region, see here. So in this region, in these regions we can expect this laterite soil. Next arid soil. So arid soil means just it was very hot. Arid means just we can see mainly deserts. So here we can see this desert type of soils. Not only this one, even here also we can see some of the soils. Okay, so what's this map? Okay, next yes, so red and yellow soils. So just we will discuss this one, red and yellow soil. So red soil develops on crystalline igneous rocks in areas of low rainfall in the eastern and southern parts of Deccan Plateau. Mainly these red and yellow soils can be expected in the Deccan Plateau regions. Mainly that is in the South India. So in the places of this Odisha, Chhattisgarh, and some southern parts of this Ganga plains and Western Ghats. So these places we can expect this that is red and yellow soils. Okay, so mainly in the Rayalaseema regions also we can see these red and yellow soils. Okay, next here. Okay, but here how these red and yellow soils are formed. So red and yellow soils are mainly formed from igneous rocks. So it is called as igneous rocks. So igneous rocks means nothing but, so once upon a time these rocks are obtained from the volcanoes. They are called as volcanic eruption. So due to this one some of the soils are formed. So మనకి కొన్ని soils వచ్చేసి just wait. Okay, come to the point. So these red soils and yellow soils are mainly formed from volcanic eruption. So once upon a time this Deccan Plateau is there. So Deccan Plateau is famous for volcanic eruptions. So suppose if you see this Andaman Nicobar Islands, there you can see volcanic eruptions. So if you go for past millions of years, some millions of years ago, so volcanoes are erupted in India. So due to this one, these kind of red soils are formed. Okay, so just remember that they are formed from the volcanic eruptions, and sometimes these red soils also having the crystalline structure, metamorphic rocks, small rocks will be there. They are in the form of crystalline. Okay, and next, so just to move forward. Okay, next one is laterite soils. So laterite soil is nothing but coastal areas. Laterite nothing but just sand. You can see the sand-like structure. Just okay. So laterite soil. So this has been derived from the Latin word later, which means brick. So why we are calling this as laterite soil means, so it is it means bricks. సో మనకి లాటిన్ వర్డ్లో లాటర్ అని మీనింగ్ వచ్చేసి మనం బ్రిక్ అంటాం. ఓకే, ఆ నేమ్తో అది డిరైవ్ చేసినాం లాటరైట్ సాయిల్. సో మెయిన్లీ శాండ్ లైక్ స్ట్రక్చర్స్ కెన్ బి సీన్. ఓకే, సో హియర్ వేర్ దిస్ కైండ్ ఆఫ్ సాయిల్స్ కెన్ బి ఎక్స్పెక్టెడ్. సో బిఫోర్ గోయింగ్ టు దట్, laterite soils are mostly deep to very deep, so acidic. So here some in the physics can be seen this one, acids and bases. Okay, so acid means, suppose if you see this, it is called as pH scale. So there will be some numbers. So here some 8 number will be there. So 0 to 8. If the pH value is from 0 to 8 means it is called as acidic. Okay, acidic nature. And if the pH value is from 8 to more than 8 is there means from 12 like that, it is called as bases. So acids and bases, so they leave it that. So their pH value is in so 6, 0.6 is there. Okay, so we can see more type. Acidic means nothing but just we can see some crystalline structures, that is mainly like sand. Okay, here also is there. So the where we can see this kind of soils means, so western Ghats of Maharashtra, Orissa, and some parts of West Bengal and northeastern regions. So there we can see this kind of laterite soils. So mainly coastal regions. So coastal regions we can expect the laterite soils. Okay, next here it is humus rich but under spare. So that means so here we can see a lot of humus. Humus means what? It's also some sort of nutrients for growing of crops. Mainly they are helpful for growing of paddy growing. For growing of paddy we require a lot of humus. Okay, so that's why, so we can see these kind of soils mainly in the coastal regions. So coastal regions are famous for mainly growing of paddy. Okay, so next so just to move forward, so here also one. Next one is here also is there. So which regions are famous for these laterite soils? So Tamil Nadu, Karnataka, okay, Andhra Pradesh, Kerala, all the coastal regions we can see these laterite soils. Okay, next arid soil. Arid soils are red to brown in color. So we can see these arid soils ranges from red to brown in color. So they are generally in sandy texture and saline in nature. So these kind of soils can be seen mainly at high temperatures. So high temperatures nothing but, so mainly in the Rajasthan. So here is the Rajasthan and also some parts of Gujarat and Rajasthan. We can expect these kind of arid soils. Okay, and in the Gujarat also there are some regions are there. They are having some names, local names for their regions. So they are called as a Kankar layer formations. Next here Kankar is there. So this is a local name. So in some places they are having some local names. So these lands are called as Kankar lands, like that. So these are the local names. Okay, and here these soils are mainly present at. So ఇంకా మళ్ళీ వీడియోస్ ఆఫ్ చేసినారు. సో ఐఎమ్ గోయింగ్ టు క్యాన్సిల్ దిస్ అడ్మిట్. వీడియోస్ ఆన్ చేసుకుని పెట్టుకోండి అని చెప్పినాను. సార్ వచ్చేసి అదే చెప్పినాడు మీటింగ్లో, లాస్ట్ టైం అదే చెప్పినాడు సార్. క్లాస్ చెప్పేటప్పుడు కంపల్సరీ వీడియోస్ ఆన్ చేసుకుని పెట్టుకొని ఉండమని చెప్పండి అని చెప్పినాడు. మీరు ఎలా ఉన్నా ఏం ప్రాబ్లం లేదు. ఓకే, లీవ్ ఇట్. ఇంకా లోకు ఈజ్ నాట్ Not there, I think.